Phil, are you surprised at the margin?
I'm very pleased with the margin. It's a very clear mandate. I've got nearly half of the total vote that turned out, and in anybody's reckoning, that is a strong mandate for me both to work with my newly elected council and to work together with central government to tackle the problems that are worrying Aucklanders.
What's the first thing we're going to see you do, which is a sign of how your mayoralty will operate?
I think it'll be meeting with my Chief Executive Officer and my executive leadership team to make it clear that my anticipation is that the people who make decisions at the council level have to be the elected representatives. Elected representatives and the mayor are not there simply to rubber stamp decisions that are made in council.
Are you saying that's what's been going on?
I'm saying that right across government in New Zealand there's a strong element of yes minister, and probably in local government it's stronger than in most areas.
A bit of a poke in the eye to the councillors of the last two terms?
No, I think that there's an adjustment process. We are now 37% of the country's population. The Auckland Council, the Auckland Mayor do matter, and the public do expect them to be looking for contestable advice, to be challenging their officials, to be providing positive and constructive pressure on their officials to deliver what their electorate needs. And I think we not only can do better, we have to do better, because a 15% to 17% trust and satisfaction rating by the people of Auckland in their council under the old council simply isn't good enough.
What's the risk that you'll get in there and find that it's not as bad as it's portrayed on the outside, that it is in fact the politicians making the decisions and there's not hundreds of millions of dollars sloshing around?
Well, I hope it is better than what the public anticipate, and there will be areas there where council have done very well indeed and not got much credit for it. That may be an exercise in poor communication by council. But I've been around, I've talked to over 100 meetings in the last couple of months, and I know what the feeling on the ground is about how the council has been able to deliver. And people are talking about the officials in council rather than their elected representatives. We have to do better, and the Chief Executive Officer will know that.
You've talked a lot about central government, and you were criticised by your rivals in the campaign for doing so. What's the first couple of things that you will do as Mayor that you can do as a council without government that will be significant?
Oh, I think there's some of the things in the environmental area that are really important. Starting the Million Trees program to deal with the siltation of our harbours in the Gulf, to deal with carbon emissions, getting plastic bag wastage out of the environmental system. These are things that I can initiate, although if you take something like plastic bags, that will need a local bill that I'll be getting a Member of Parliament to promote to enable us to deal with those issues. Those are important areas.
In terms of a mandate, you've got a bit less than half of a 38%-ish turnout. That's probably not great, is it?
Look, every local government in New Zealand would wish that their turnout was greater than what looks to be an average of 37, 38 to 41% in the big cities. We need to do better than that, and that's a challenge, but it's a challenge that will need to be addressed over the next 3 years. But in terms of half of the people that turned out to vote being in support of me, that's a very strong mandate, and I don't think that's something that the government can or will ignore, nor is it something that the council will ignore. They will see that there is strong support and a strong margin for me as the Mayor-elect of Auckland.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.